Hi guys, and welcome to another makeup tutorial, and this is kind of the second part to my W7 makeup review, or goodie bag review as it were. However, I'm actually going to be using a few products from Birchbox as well as the Glossybox. So yeah. If you guys don't know, a couple of weeks ago I did my Glossybox unboxing, and I had the Barry Flawless Chisel Cheek contouring palette. So I'm going to be using this today. And I also have quite a few other products that I'm basically going to be using in this tutorial. I'm not doing any symbol or anything. I am just doing a everyday look, purely just to see how we get on. Because there's a lot of products on this whole collection, and a lot of products that I haven't used before, so yeah. There are some standard products like my foundation and my actual concealer, so yeah, you'll get to see the standard products. However, as you can see, I am literally barefaced at the moment, and yeah, I could do with getting some makeup on. So yeah, the first product I'm going to be using, normally I use a serum that can be used as a primer as well, but I'm going to be using the NYX Oil multi-purpose oil. I'm not going to try and pronounce how this product is called, I just know the brand is called NYX. So yeah, I will say that when I first got this, I didn't like the scent, but I'm going to try this product anyway, so yeah. So yeah, I'm just going to use this as like a serum based oil, purely just to see how it goes on. So far, the scent is quite strong. Um, at first I really did not like this scent, but I will say it's kind of grown on me. It's not as sickly smelling as I first thought. It is very floral, so yeah. So my thoughts on this product, the NYX multi-purpose oil, yeah, it seems okay. It does feel quite nice on the skin. It does feel a little bit oily on my skin, but moisturizing it in does seem to work pretty well. So yeah. Next, because I'm going to use this as like a base serum, almost like a base oil for my face, I'm going to literally do my color correct and then my primer. Now my color correct is basically the standard e.l.f. green color correct, which I'm going to be using on my spots, and then I'm going to be using my primer on top. This actually helps the actual color correct to actually absorb into those areas and blend better. I used to do it where it was primer and then color correct, and that just did not work for me. So yeah. So yeah, it's mainly spots that I have a problem with at the moment. So yeah. I will say that I use a like green foundation sponge. This is purely to like blend in the green. So yeah, it's just a little bit nicer than just having like green dots on your face. And I also use a different sponge for my foundation, so my foundation doesn't actually get tainted. There we go. Next, I'm going to be using the Becca First Light Primer Filter. This actually came in my Birchbox for, it was the January box that I got for May as well, because if you guys read my Birchbox for this month, you know that I actually got 2 boxes instead of 1 because I got the May box and one of their best sellers. So this actually came in one of their bestseller boxes. So yeah, I'm just going to give this a try and see how well it works. If I can get any product out. I will say this primer does have a very interesting smell. It almost smells like lavender and lemons. It also has a very interesting colour. I will say that it is very, very liquidy. At first I thought it wasn't coming out the bottle, but it is quite liquidy. I don't think there's actually that much in this tube. Although it looks like a full-size tube, I don't think there is that much product in this. So I'm probably only going to get a few like uses out of this. But it has applied quite nicely. I do feel like it has absorbed into the skin very nicely. I will say that it has kind of worked on those areas that are problematic for me. So yeah. Next, I'm going to be using my foundation, which is obviously the Revolution Fast Base Stick in the shade F4. So that is my standard. So that is my foundation on. As you can see, it is pretty much like my skin tone anyway. There's like little bits where it just needs blending in a bit more. So yeah, that is my foundation on. Next, I'm moving on to concealer. This is obviously the Revolution Fast Base Concealer in C3, which I didn't really talk about much in when I said I bought it. This is actually just a trial for me because I'm trying to find a different concealer that works well for me. And I will say that this one actually works pretty well with what I want it to do. So there we go, that is my concealer done. So yeah, that is the concealer and foundation done. Next, I'm going to shock us all by actually using a contouring palette. As you guys know, I very rarely actually do some form of contouring, and as I was sent this by Glossybox, I thought maybe it's time that I actually did something like contour, purely to, you know, A, see if I can do it, and B, see if it is worthwhile for me. And that's if I can get into this. So yeah, normally I just use like blusher and highlighter to contour my cheeks. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to use a stapling brush purely just to make life easy because it's just me. I'm just going to use this very pale shade here just to do like the cheekbone here, and then I'm going to use a darker shade here to do this side. I'll go use a different brush. So yeah, I'm actually using a different brush than what I thought I would. I will say this is actually quite creamy as a palette. Yeah. So I'm just going to use the darker shade for this lower line here. And then the higher cheekbone a bit more. That's better. So yeah, that is my contouring done to the shades that actually work for me. This palette does actually have quite a few shades, most of which I'm probably never going to use. This contouring palette, yes, I can say I've used it now, but am I ever going to likely use it again? Probably not, because I'm not one for contouring. You know, I'd rather just use a like normal, you know, um, yeah, just a normal kind of product, like blusher and highlighter. But yeah, I can say I've done it. You can see a slight difference here where I've actually worked it. So yeah. Next, I'm going to be moving on to eyes. For this, I'm using the New York Color High HD Color Quattro eyeshadow, and this is the Manhattan Island, which I think is such a cute little eyeshadow palette. So yeah, I'm just going to be using this. I'm probably going to be doing like a smoky eye look with these shades. So first of all, I'm going to be using this white as an all over colour. So that is the first colour. I will say that the white in this eyeshadow palette is actually more a very pale blue, as you can see. But yeah, I'm just going to move on to the next shade, which will be like the outer crease. So yeah, I'm just going to change my brush. Yeah, I'm just going to do the middle kind of blue. So that is the second colour. I'm now going to use the darker blue just to do the outer crease. And just use a blending brush just to blend that nicely in. So next I'm just going to use the next shade in this palette, which is a very soft blue, just to sort of kind of give it a little bit of depth in the inner eye. So there we go, that is the eye look for today. Personally, I do actually really like these eyeshadows. They're quite smoky, they're quite nice to apply. I will say that the colours are very close together, so you know it's a little bit hard to build up, but they do apply really nicely. They are very pigmented, but they are really, really nice. So yeah, I am quite impressed by that. Next, I'm going to be using the Lord and Berry Travel Black eyeliner. So this actually came in my Birchbox for May, which was the item that I actually chose. And I will apologise about my neighbours. She has guests again. So there we go, that is the waterline done. I will say this is very like a kohl to me. Personally, this works really, really easily. But yeah, I'm just going to use a little lash line brush and just create a little underline eye look, purely because there's, you know, it's looking a little bit pale. So there we go. That looks a bit more even, a bit more lifeless. Well, lifeless, a bit more lively. That's what I'm looking for. I will say that the Lord & Berry waterline pencil or eyeline pencil to me is very like a kohl, and it just works so well. I will say it looks absolutely stunning on. So next I'm going to be using my Make Me Up liquid liner. This is my standard liquid liner at the moment. So that is my lash line done. I am going to create a little bit of a winged look for this look, just so I have a little bit of interest to the eye. So there we go. Next, I'm going to be using a different mascara than what I have been. This is the Beautynique Beauty. This is their Nourishing Mascara. Now comes the fun of me actually getting into this. Bear with me. So now that I've got into this, I will show you the wand. This is actually quite a curved wand than normal. It does smell quite earthy, so I'm kind of interested in seeing how it works with my lashes. So that is the mascara done. Personally, this mascara does actually look quite pretty, but it doesn't really give much volume to the eyes. So I will be using false eyelashes, which I will put on at the end of this tutorial. So next I'm going to be using the Cell Essence Moonlight Cushion. This is actually a product that I got in my Birchbox back in January, but I had a repeat, so I'm using the one that I got the first time around, which is the shade Copper Rose, which is the shade that I actually really like. So that is the highlighter done. It is a really soft, gentle highlighter. I do really like this product. Next, I'm going to be using the W7 Hint of Barley. This is actually a lip tint as well as a cheek tint, which I'm going to be using as a cheek tint today, which is why I have my strobing brush out. So I'm going to be using this. So that is the cheeks done. As you can see, this W7 Hint of Barley is really nice as a cheek tint. It's a little bit pink. It can be a little bit more red as well if you like layer it and blend it. But I have just used one layer, and personally I really like that look. It's really quite cute. It's not too bold and in your face. So next I'm going to be using my lipstick, which is a W7 Chunky Lips. This is actually in the shade Glamorous, which is a soft pink. I'm just using this because it's a nice shade and it's a nice neutral shade. So that is my lips done. And that is the look with all these new products. So yeah, that is the look today. I will say personally, there are certain products that I will definitely be keeping and using more regularly. There are other products that will be put to one side and used occasionally. This lipstick is very, very soft and very, very pale pink. It's almost like a pale Barbie pink. This eyeshadow, I do like this eyeshadow palette, however, I think it could be a lot better. Personally, the Lord & Berry eye pencil, love it. This W7 Hint of Barley, love this as a cheek tint. I'm definitely tempted to see how this works as a lip tint. So yeah. Personally, the one product that I'm a little bit disappointed by, but it's because it's a contouring palette, is the Barry M Flawless Chisel Cheeks. Yeah, this is a product that I cannot say I like. It's not a product that is me, really. I'm probably going to find somebody that can actually benefit from using this more than me. Or I'm just going to put it in the pile of makeup that's, just going to end up being gone through at the end of 6 months and going, well, am I ever going to use this? Probably not. So yeah, I will say this is not really for me. But then that's just me. I don't contour like everybody else. But I'm now going to attempt to put eyelashes on. So yeah, wish me luck. Which means I'm going to have to find some eyelash glue. So I have my eyelash glue, so next step is putting eyelashes on. This is something that I hate doing, but I have said that I will be doing eyelashes, so I will be putting eyelashes on. The eyelashes I'm using are the Revlon Beyond Natural. These are the Sweetie Doll eyelashes. So yeah, bear with me while I try and get this off without ripping the eyelash. Yay! Now comes the fun of putting this on my actual eye. So, sorry I had to pause that. I really had to focus on doing my lashes. And as you can see with the lashes on, these lashes, again, I'm not really loving these lashes. But yeah, they are on. So yeah, personally, this isn't a look that I would personally be proud of right now. I do like the eyeshadow, but I preferred it without the eyelashes on. I think these eyelashes, normally the lashes I tend to go for are quite fuller and a lot more natural looking. Personally, this Revlon lash set, yeah, no, just no. These are really not eyelashes that I would use on a regular basis. But yeah, this is my look for today. Just to showcase some of these products that I've got. So you guys can see what I've bought over the past month, what I've got in subscription boxes as makeup. I am planning that the more makeup I get, I'm going to be doing this kind of like makeup tutorial towards the end of the month, just to kind of give you a full face look on what has actually transpired from all the beauty products that either I buy or get in subscription products of that month. So this is May's look. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to like the video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is the Zandra Sparks YouTube channel, and also don't forget to check out my blog, The Witch's Boudoir. See you all soon.